Hi, it's Garth at SlurryKat. Today we're going to take an in-depth rundown on our brand new range of Elete slurry tankers. On this side we have a single axle 2750 gallon, and on this side we have a 4000 gallon tandem axle. We're going to take a look around at what these tankers are all about. So why did we bring this Elete series of tankers in? What we found is large-scale farmers, professional contractors just wanted something different. They wanted something more professional, something lighter, something higher performing, and they wanted to put so many more things into the field that we didn't have to offer in the current premium range. These tankers were born on the back of many requests of many of our customers asking us for just something that was more than the Premium Plus range was offering in the field. They wanted something that just gave them more precision, more speed, lighter weight, higher performance, more output, and overall saving them money and making their operations more efficient in every way. So on the Elete series, we have the exact same platform across the whole range. Whether it's a single axle, a tandem axle, or a tri-axle, we have the same axles, which are EU 167 approved, high speed, very high performance, 75% braking efficiency. We have the same chassis, the same drawbar, hydraulic suspension. We have the same filling system, the same Isobus, and overall the platform is completely consistent regardless of the size or the number of axles. So looking at the single axle Elete range, it comes with a 14,000 litre vacuum pump. It has a hydraulic changeover standard, it has forced lubrication, and it has long life vanes for many years of prolonged work. This Elete tanker is fitted with an 8-inch autofill. This means you can fill your tanker very fast without leaving the tractor seat. The arm can go down onto the autofill pod, which is mounted very neatly on the side of the tanker. It is also fitted with an 8-inch turbo fill on the end of the arm, which allows a filling speed of approximately 10 cubic meters per minute, and it allows you to fill the tanker in less than 1.5 minutes. One of the fastest filling tankers on the market today. The tanker has an all-new chassis from the ground up. The rear half of the chassis has been reduced to lower the overall running height by around 200 millimeters. This means the tank is lower and more stable. It has a lower centre of gravity than our previous Premium Plus range. The front half of the tank has a ultra inverted laser cut press form chassis, which has allowed us to narrow the chassis at the front and also integrate a hydraulic sprung drawbar. The Elete range as standard has a hydraulic sprung drawbar. This allows us to raise and lower the tanker. It also gives us suspension while using the tanker. The advantages of this is when we're filling, we can raise the front of the tank up to ensure we get a 100% full capacity at all times. It also allows us, if we're spreading downhill, we can raise the tanker accordingly to make sure the tank fully empties as well. One of the things that's a big advantage is the suspension. We have two settings in that, a large movement for large bumps on the terrain and a very fine setting which allows us to be more smooth and levels out the very small bumps, which gives us a very smooth travel in all conditions and all terrains. So as standard on the Elete range, we have these front marker lights which have a breakaway function on them, so if they're caught on a hedge or any object, they'll automatically brake back to save them being damaged. Front side amber marker and a front white marker for, again, enhanced road safety. Very clear to see at night, much safer on the road. The Elete range has an entry-level tyre base spec of a 900 60R32 tyre. That's mounted onto high-speed ADR axle, which carries a full type approval, high-speed braking system and high-performance brakes as standard. On the base spec 900 tyres, we have this new threepenny bit, as I call it, threepenny bit mudguard. It has a flap front and rear, and that gives a whole new stealthier look to the tanker. It's a more modern feel. The outer mudguards are fitted with this galvanised attachment as standard, and we also have side marker lights, amber, front and rear of the wheels, and also front and rear we have the safety marker lights as well. This Elete tanker is fitted with an all-new 12-metre farmline dribble bar. This farmline dribble bar is new for 2026. It offers all the features of our Duo Premium Plus dribble bar, but it's much lighter and it's much more designed for a tanker application. The dribble bar is fed from our usual stone trap in the bottom of the tank. It's fed up through this pipe work here, and all the gate valves on the Elete range are all a standard with stainless steel knife valve. That's both on the splash plate feed pipe and on the dribble bar feed pipe, which is up here. The all new 12-metre farmline dribble bar has quite a few new features. We have taken the booms from the highly successful 12-metre Premium Plus range. Those are still in the same arrangement, but we've put an all new mainframe into this dribble bar. We've reduced the weight by around 450 kilos. That means there's much less soil compaction on the tanker and also much less fuel consumption. The lower linkage brackets are now horizontally and vertically adjustable, so this allows us to fit the dribble bar onto other brands of tankers if required, and it gives us much more flexibility. This new Elete range also has a completely new linkage range attachment on the rear of it to allow you to get it very close into the rear tank for there's that snug fit for perfect balance on the tanker. So looking at the Elete series and the tandem axle, not only can it be used for an extreme field tanker with its heavy duty rear linkage, high lift capacity, where we can fit a lot of implements on the rear, we can also use it in this formation as a ferry tanker. This means if you're using a nurse tank, where you can use the tank to draw directly to the field, fitted to the Doda pump and then feeding the umbilical system, this tanker will do this job absolutely perfectly. So looking at the tyres on the Elete series tankers on the tandem and triaxle, the base spec tyre is a 750/60 26.5 tyre. We have the Thrupney bit mudguards, which are galvanised and bolt on. We have a front and rear mud flap, and we have the Elete series side marker lights on the front and rear, and we also have a red one on the rear and a white one on the front for great road safety. So on the Elete series of tankers, the axles are all EU specification to EU 167 type approval. They're all fitted with high specification brake shoes and brake drums, which gives you a braking efficiency of almost 75%, which is one of the highest braking efficiencies on the market. The new Elete range has an all new auto fill pod. This means it's very easy to dismount from the tanker with this new linkage system, and it's also very easy to remount after the job is finished. Looking at the vacuum pump, base spec on the Elete series on the tandem is 16,000 litre. We have air injection cooling. We have an oil reservoir on the side for a lot of prolonged running and giving a very smooth and efficient filling and discharge on the tanker. So looking at this all new pump protection system on the Elete range, as part of our development process, we put these out on our normal Premium Plus range to test with some users in the last year. And I had a phone call last month where one customer called me up, wanted to speak to someone technical, and said he had a problem with his tanker. We asked him what the problem was. He said that he drained one of these valves on this trap and he got about 4 to 5 litres of oil, totally clean oil, and he thought he had a problem with his pump. That just proved how good this trap is and how efficient it is, that when the customer was able to collect the oil which had been expelled from the pump, which had normally been put onto the ground or spread in the field onto the environment, and it just showed how advantageous this is and how much of a positive thing it is and how good the technical advance is on the product. So looking at the overhead transfer boom on the SlurryKat tanker, you can see how neat and efficiently it sits behind the tanker. One of the features that is very consistent with a SlurryKat product is the lightweight. This boom comes in at under 300 kilograms. This means that you basically did not even know it's on the tanker. This means if you want to take it off, you can take the 2 bolts at the bottom, remove the quick release couplings for the hydraulic hoses on both sides, unclip this hose and put your forks in, and you can lift it off with your telehandler in a very safe way and set it on the ground. That takes less than 5 minutes to do this job. So the Elete range is fitted with upper and lower cat size lights as standard. These are a neon light which give great illumination, which give enhanced road safety and require no maintenance. So one of the big things that the Elete range has as standard is Isobus control. And people may say, why Isobus? Many of our customers The tractors are becoming larger, more technology driven, and we needed a product that was going to fit in with that high technology. And Isobus for us is the way for the future. It's the way to be more efficient, and it gives a much user-friendly interface for the operator that's using the product for long days, day after day, without fatigue at any time. So if you want to know more about the SlurryKat Elete tanker range or any other slurry equipment, contact us today here at the factory at SlurryKat, or contact your nearest dealer for further information.